Greetings, everybody. This is going to be a quick general love energy reading. So this is just going to be tapping into the energies of your situation. Whoever is meant to resonate with this reading, it will resonate with you, okay? Plain and simple. Does not mean that it's going to resonate like fully and thoroughly with you. It could resonate in bits, bits and pieces and things like that. Use your discernment to know what applies to you in your situation, okay? So I'm going to split this energy. I'm going to look at the overall, then I'm going to look at where the feminine energy is with the situation, and I'm going to look at where the masculine's energy is in relation to this. You don't have to be a feminine to be a woman, or a woman to be a feminine energy, or a male to be a masculine energy. You know what you operate off of. You may resonate with actually both energies because we both have feminine and masculine energies within us. Take what resonates. And I ask the angels and the ancestors to give us nothing but clear guidance, truth, and clarity. And I ask for assistance from high council of benevolent energies and spirits and the ancestors who have our best interests at heart. Anyone's ancestors, angels, or spirit guides that would like to assist and come and relay a message to you. If they are of benevolence energy, they are in alignment with your true path and that which is of your fated path or destined path for yourself, or that which you authentically are creating for yourself as of your highest good. They are welcome. Any lower vibrational energies, anything, any distractions, any deceptions, any blockages, any lower vibrational activity or energy, I ask that be blocked out of this reading. And I ask that I be fully present and exclude myself out of this energy unless spirit calls me to intervene in the reading. I step out of it fully and tap into the divine energy, the Holy Spirit energy, to tap in. What is the messages that you have for us? What is the love energies? What's going on with those who are meant to receive this message, whatever space and time they're meant to see this? Thank you. Something with April, something that took place in April, something with a soulmate connection. Your soulmate could be born in April, or you could be born in April. This is divine. This is a divine connection that Spirit's wanting to talk about. And something significant could have taken place in April. Does not have to be this April. Could have been last April. Just something with that. And that could also be somebody's name. Something happened during April or season. The season, springtime or something like that. That's what I'm getting. So let's see. What's the overall energy? Yeah, because you have soulmate and divine lover. It could also be... This is just what I'm picking up, but this can also be choosing between the one that's divinely meant for you versus someone that you do have a spiritual connection with, but they're not the one that's spiritually ordained for you. The Ten of Swords. The Two of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. The Two of Pentacles. Somebody was juggling somebody. You're juggling you or someone else, someone that you're asking about, or yourself. You know your situation. Someone was juggling two different people. That's exactly what I'm getting. Something needed to be closed out, or a decision. Some of you guys may be mid in the thick of the situation where you need to make a decision between two opposite energies or two different people. A soulmate and a divine lover, divine counterpart, someone that is divinely ordained for you. The soulmate is cool and everything. They may not be a bad person, or the connection may not be completely terrible, but it's like there's something lacking. It's not the whole. It lacks the divine connect. It lacks the spiritual purpose. It lacks, because there's a mission or spiritual purpose involved with your divine counterpart. Whether you guys want to call it twin flames or whatever the hell you want to call it, does not even matter. It's the energy, it's the essence that we're talking about. So the Two of Wands for some people is a twin flame card. I could see how you would get that. Also, it gives me 1111 vibes. You guys might be seeing 1111 a lot, or something with 1111 comes out. You also have another 11 technically with these two pillars here with the Two of Pentacles. You have 1111, and also with these two tens. There's something with 111, 11s, ones, and 1111, and then you have another 10 here. So there's a lot of ones. This also represents something about new beginnings. This also represents about individual consciousness. Okay, there's an ending that needs to take place, and it's not easy. For someone, it's not easy. There's a lot of masculine energies in this card, so I'm inclined to say I feel like this has something to do with a masculine energy that needs to make a decision. If it's not between two people, if it's not between two different people, it's like, okay, well, do I want to stick around and hold on to this connection with my divine lover, or do I want to settle for someone that's just like, what's just simple right now? And this can also be where some of you guys are if you're feminine energy as well, because I have more majority feminine energies I watch, but it could resonate with either side. Someone is saying to themselves, do I stick around and wait for this energy, or do I move on? Some of you are like, I'm channeling, so sorry. Have I even met my true one? Have I even met my true one? If not, like, I'm gonna settle, or I'm tired, or, you know, you're conflicted between these energies, or someone is conflicted. They're going back and forth in their mind, and someone could even be like researching things. You have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. You got the Ten of Pentacles. You got a lot of tens, a lot of endings within new beginnings. So someone is kind of like paying attention to their environment. They're taking time to introspect and like feel into people around them. Someone could also be like reflecting upon like their upbringing and their environment, like love relationships in their life, like that they've witnessed, whether they admire these connections or they don't want to mirror or walk in that same path of family members' love relationships, whether they were toxic, imbalanced. I do feel like there's a divine intervention in all of this that's happening. Spirits involved, like definitely involved with this, because when it's a divine love connection where two people are coming together for the higher purpose of the divine, it has nothing to do solely with the individuals and their physical desires and sex and romance and all that. Like, that's part of it. That's the icing on top. But the true thing is about what the higher selves, the divine order and purpose is with them even coming together. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune is talking about. So they're going to see it through. The ancestors, the high council, the divine, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is going to see this through because they have their books out. Like, they already know what's taking place. They know the plan. They know the plans that is in motion. They already know what's coming, what's manifesting. You have, I believe this is the pinnacle of Jupiter, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember which exact pinnacle, but it's like a sigil. This is Jupiter energy. This is luck, okay? This is luck and luck and blessings, okay? Some of you guys, this is doing big things because it's also the energy of fame. Fame does not necessarily have to be celebrity status. It could be amongst your community, or it could be like you guys are going to make a big mark with this connection. But we all have free will and we all have choices. But the thing is, whatever we decide, it's going to lead us to our fate and destiny that's already mapped out, I feel. But there's many twists and turns in this. Let's see where the individual energies are with each other. Let's see where the feminine energy is with the masculine energy. Feminine energy, where are you at? I'm using my big ass, oops, sorry if it's shaking the table. Like K Michelle shaking the table. Well, I'm using a few of my decks, okay? I'm going to use I am using my relationship reading oracle cards. I'm going to use my divine love fortune cards and my love messages cards. And then romance angels and a fortune deck if you guys are interested in any of these decks that I am using. Feminine energy, what's up with you? What's good with you? Where are you at with this energy? Thank you. Desire and chemistry. I'm not going to tell you what I just heard, but communication and third party. Interesting. Somebody's born in May, or something happened in May, or the person you're asking about, if it's a masculine, may be born in May, but take what resonates. Third party communication, desire, and chemistry. Okay, what I heard was F me now. So there's a feminine energy that's hot and you know, hot in the pants or whatever. But anyway, so there's a lot of desire for communication as well. There could also be a desire to speak about some sort of third party or potential third party, whether it's on the feminine's end or the masculine's end or whatever. Someone wants to talk about this. But let's see what we get. What's going on? The Knight of Wands. Yeah, someone is like hot and horny. I also feel like someone cannot sleep. It's a lot of insomnia. The Death card. There could be something that needs to, there's a shift that needs to take place in this connection. There's two lovers in here. So I'm calling some feminines out. You may have like some exes. This doesn't have to be specifically a fire sign or water sign, masculine energy, but it could be for some of you specifically a Pisces or Scorpio person. Because you got the Death card, which is Scorpio, Pisces with the Nine of Cups, someone that has this in their chart. But I just get like, there's still some energy that need to be closed out and cleansed. Maybe you have been doing this. There may still be some cords attached due to fears. You may be holding on to the fear of something that happened in your past. You have not fully released it or let it go if you're a divine feminine energy. And that could be the third party that's coming up. Some of you guys could be in communication with an ex, or you may still be with someone versus the divine masculine. If you have not met your divine masculine, you don't know that you have one. Or you know that you have them, but you haven't met them. You don't know who they are at all, period. But you know that there's someone out there for you. You may be wondering whether or not you should end things with this person and go off and be solo. Solo dolo, single. Should I do this by myself? Because some of you guys actually need to seek self-fulfillment within yourself first before love can come in, or before that big love that you're trying to manifest comes in. For some of you, this is also a desire for someone. It's a distance between the two of you, whether that's through non-communication, whether that's a physical distance, just not being on the same page right now, mentally or emotionally. It's definitely because of there's some ego energies. There's some ego battles or some past hurts or something that needs to be let go of. Let's see. Because someone, I'll tell you right now, someone is not ready for what they're asking for. Because when I see these knights, someone wants like to be rescued. Someone wants this energy to come in of love, this divine feminine, not necessarily rescue, but wants this love to come in like a fairy tale or something. But it's not to say that you don't deserve that or that it's not possible, but it's this energy, what you're asking for, the person that you're wanting, or the essence of that is not quite ready yet because you're not ready. You have not released something. And also it could be because the other way around, maybe this other person has yet to release something. I get this energy that there's like a person that's in and out of your life where there was a lot of passion, a change. You know, something needs to shift and something needs to change in this dynamic prison. Someone feels stuck in their mind. And it's because, okay, and then you have the good lady. So someone here is a good woman, or feminine energy is working towards their manifestations in their garden. Sorry, the table keeps shaking. Working towards mastering or manifesting something and putting in a lot of effort into working on themselves, or this is what Spirit wants you to do. You have 29, which is 11. Remember, there's something about 11s. And number 9, which represents endings and completions, as well as mastering something. So I feel like right now Spirit's telling you to look ahead in your future. And when you see 11s or 29 specifically, remind yourself that you're free, that you're not stuck like you think you are. You might be trying to appease another person by staying where you're not happy. So some of you guys, it could be you were dealing with a selfish person. Could be that your masculine was selfish, or another person that you were dealing with or are dealing with is very selfish and self-centered. And I feel like you're just trying to do good right now. You may also be focusing on your own shit, your own business, work, your own health, your own happiness right now. But this situation, when you think about it, you're not happy. Whoever this is, okay? So I feel like what Spirit's telling you is that you're not stuck. Even though you feel like it, it's like you're stuck in this castle or a living situation where you're kind of like, come rescue me out of this bullshit that I'm in. Like, come get me out of here. This air balloon, like, just come take me in, like, Rapunzel type of energy. Like, get me out of this castle. I'm stuck. I can't do it. I feel like that's where some of you guys are, or you're in a situation with a masculine energy that you're miserable with this person. It could also be that you want to communicate this with your divine masculine energy, or it could be that the other masculine energy that's involved with the situation, you want to communicate how you're unhappy, or potentially if you want to leave. Some of you guys may be contemplating your escape and you're just like stressed out about how you're even going to do that. Like, how am I going to do this? So you have the Knight of Swords at the bottom and the King of Wands at the top. You have a lot of masculine courts here. You got the Knights, which could be a fire sign, the Cups, which could be a water sign, the Knight of Swords, which could be an air sign, and you have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands can just be an essence or energy as well, because you have two fire energies, unless some of you guys are dealing with two fire sign people or people that have fire in their chart. But I get this energy that you guys want someone to like step up, and I don't feel like they're ready yet. They're not quite ready for you just yet, okay? Almost, but not quite. There's a lot of Knights, not enough Kings. They're not ready yet. Doesn't mean that they're not a king or whatever, but they're not ready yet for you. Divine Feminine, what do you want to say to your Divine Masculine? Well, let's see what's to come from this situation, from where you're at, Feminine energy. What's potentially to come? This is not going to be for everyone, but let's see what Spirit says. Faded. So what Spirit wants you to know is that where you're at right now, gamble. You have to take a risk. So some of you are in an unrequited love situation where it's one condition, it's conditional and one-sided. It's a false connection that you're still stuck in, and you have not released it or let it go yet. And that's why your connection can, it's like part of this, yeah, this is because your masculine energy is not ready for you yet. So it's like, if they're not ready, you're not ready. That's just how it is. Anything that's a vibrational match is at the same frequency. So if you and this person are not coming together, it's because both of you are not ready. It's not because of one person per se. We always have something that we can, you know, do or heal or release. And I feel like it's like a past person or someone that you're still investing in. And it says, I can't make this shit up, y'all. It says, this is what it says. Gamble says tough decisions, choices between lovers, and risks. So there's like letting go of exes or the past, or letting go of an existing connection where it's not unconditional. It's like you're there because you're stuck, or you perceive you're stuck, or you don't know if you can do better, or the person that you want is not here, or you're thinking about settling for some bullshit because the person that you really want is not ready, or they're not there yet. Or you've never met a person yet and you're like, is there anyone out there for me? So should I settle for some bullshit? I feel like that's where some of you guys are. And Spirit's saying that this is a timely thing. This is a fated thing. Remember the Wheel of Fortune. This is a fated, timely thing that the ancestors and the high councils, God, the divine, whatever you want to call it, has a bigger plan for you. And just because you can't see it, Spirit's telling you not to settle. That's basically what they're saying. So, not to settle. Let's see what your love fortune, what is it that you want to say? Or no, sorry. Spirit, what is it that the Divine Masculine wants to say to the Divine Feminine energy at this time? What major messages? I'm enjoying my singlehood. I don't share the same feelings as you. Okay. I don't want to be together. Okay, this person is like, I'm not interested in anyone else. I pray for you, for your well-being, and to be together. This person is contradicting themselves, and they could also be mirroring you where they're stuck. We're going to see, though, in their spread. But Divine Masculine energy is, like, fickle, too. I'm enjoying my singlehood. Like, this person enjoys being single and being independent. This person doesn't share the same feelings as you. In some essence, I don't really feel like this means that they don't love you or they don't care about you, because otherwise they wouldn't be like saving pictures of your ass and praying for you if they didn't care about you. They don't want to be together right now, and I feel like it's because they know that they're not ready. You may be wanting it and feeling like they need to come in, but they don't feel like that's... I feel like this person knows that it's not time to come into your life. Whether this is on some energetic stuff, or they know this within their being, like they just know, like, no, I'm not ready. This is where I'm at right now for whatever reason. Does not have to mean that they're out there thotting and bopping or, you know, hitting everything walking. Does not necessarily mean that, but I feel like they're at a place where they are enjoying where they are within themselves, or trying to better themselves. So for some of you, it could be that they don't share the same feelings, like they don't want to be with you like that. Because it says, I don't want to be together, but they could be attracted to you, and they may have love for you, but maybe not in a romantic, passionate sense. But I don't really feel like that for everyone. I'm going to clarify for you guys, because I don't want to leave anybody confused. So let's see. Clarify all 4 cards in the exact order as they're laid out. Divine Spirit, please clarify these cards. 4 Cups. Yeah, they're just like, they know that they're not in the space to receive. Yep. because they're looking at, they don't share the same feelings as you. It's like they're not feeling a sense of lack necessarily without you. They're at a space where they know that they need to be in a better space within themselves before they can be with anyone. So with the Four of Cups, it's like they're rejecting something emotional because this person knows that they're not in the space to receive that right now. That love that is there. And for some, they are being stubborn because Spirit is maybe prompting them to pay attention to how they really feel. For some, it's trying to get them to heal something that they're not wanting to heal. This person may be numbing themselves through drugs, alcohol, whatever, something outside of themselves, spending money, maybe just kind of like overworking themselves not to think about what they're feeling right now. So they don't really know. For some of them, they're not even really in touch with what they feel about you because they're too focused on, and there's nothing wrong with being present, but I feel like for some, yeah, this is a person that's enjoying where they're at within themselves. Like, they're happy in their own company. This is not about another chick or another dude or nothing like that because they're by themselves. So I feel like they're comfortable within themselves right now. And they feel like you're in this place like, I want to be rescued or I need you to come. And it's like, I'm here, like, within myself. This person, it says, I've saved your selfies and videos you gave me or I have gathered. So they already either have something like pictures of you or videos of you too, or just you in which you gave them, or that they found themselves. It says, I still have the pictures and videos we took together. So this could be like, yeah, something that you guys have of each other's. Four of Swords. This person sits and fantasizes and daydreams with your pictures or your videos. Some of them, this could be some sexual shit because swords represent phallic symbol, phallic energy. So it could be some, you know, self-pleasure taking place. There's nothing wrong with that, I guess. There's nothing wrong with that. But anywho, I feel like this person sits and meditates with your pictures and videos. And I feel like it's because they're praying for clarity. This person's in meditation and prayer. They're seeking some sort of clarity about you or the situation. So this person, I feel like, has feelings for you. It's kind of like they're in a place where it's very practical. They're blocking out the emotions and they're more so focused on the practical and rational shit right now instead, if that makes sense. I don't want to be together with the Eight of Swords. They don't really know. And it's because of this feeling of being trapped in some sense or being too caught up in their head and not in their emotions. So I get like this person is a little bit fickle and not really sure. So you have the Hangman in reverse with the Fool card. So this person is like avoiding some sort of, it's like Spirit is trying to get this person to slow down and really think and sit. They do this at night or when they're in their own time and space, when they're not doing too much and running around ripping and running, because that's what people do when they try to distract themselves. They're always busy, they're always indulging in things, and they don't allow themselves to just be and just sit and meditate and reflect. And I feel like Spirit may knock this person off their feet for a second. They may get sick, because that sometimes me, like, I'm like that too. Like, sometimes I run away from meditating and inner work sometimes, and Spirit slows me down by getting me sick to where I have no choice but to just be. So this could be like immobilizing a person so where they have to, because there's clarity that Spirit's trying to get some sort of enlightenment. And I feel like you both are confusing each other emotionally. You're both confused emotionally. You're not seeing everything clearly. Divine Feminine, what's your advice before we move on to the masculine energy? And this person prays about you and they pray for you, which is beautiful. And if you've never met, you don't know this person whatsoever, you don't even know that they exist and they don't know you exist, they're praying for their love. But I don't feel like that's the case for a lot of you, because that wouldn't have came up. But they're praying for you, praying about you. When is my love coming? When is my counterpart coming? You know, the one coming. When am I going to meet them? And for some, it's like praying for you to, like, for you guys to come together, come to a conclusion, or praying for your well-being, which is beautiful. What's your advice, though? What's your romance angels, your guides, your high counsel that lovingly guides you? What's their advice towards you with the situation and just in general with your love life at this season? It says this could be the one, romantic feelings. It's an inside joke with this card, but anyway. He says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So if you're feeling like this could be my one, Spirit's saying it's worth for you to explore what you're feeling. It's real. They want you to. They don't want you to like bottle that up, and because you might be confused. Like you feel something, but you're confusing yourself because you're trying to stuff it down. You don't want to explore it or feel it. And it could be due to rejection or fears of being wronged, looking crazy, embarrassed, but you'll never know unless you follow through with this. Okay? It's going to keep nagging at you until you address it. That's how spirit works. All right, Divine Masculine, where you at with your energy? I'm about to get all up in your business. I'm just saying. With love, with the best intentions, where is masculine energy? With feminine energy? Where's in their connection? Where they at? I'm trying to get this card because it's sticking up. Again, something with April. Something happened in April. I'm telling you. Divine intervention in September too. They got a lot of cards. This one right here, whoever Divine Masculine, or if you're the Divine Masculine, whatever, there's a lot of shit that wants to be said. Like you're trying to say, if you're a Divine Masculine, or just if you're watching for your Divine Masculine, they want to say. So April, or something with significant with April. Resistance. Someone could have been resisting something that Divine was trying to do. September. September is here. Something significant with September, whether you're born in September, they're born in September, or just something took place. But let's see. Masculine energies. Seven of Swords. So my deck was in reverse, sorry. Page of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they're not ready. I'm just telling you, Knight of Swords. And they know that shit too. They know they're not. And if you're a Divine Masculine, you know this. So Divine Masculine energy, Seven of Swords, there's running away from some truth, okay? Maybe running away from childhood issues, the past. Running away from taking some sort of action. I'm going to clarify this card. For some reason I feel that too. What is this Page of Swords? Judgment. Not listening to their higher guidance. Because Spirit's guiding them towards something and they're not listening. This could also be past tense where they were guided to take some sort of action. Spirit was giving them signs and hints, dreams, messages, maybe speaking to music if that's something that they resonate with. Or signs of some sort, whatever. People telling them something over and over again. Something that was being reiterated. Something that was very loud and clear. And I feel like this is past tense for some reason, I feel. They did not listen. This person's running away from this, or they're kind of like delusional about this. Like, I feel like they're in conflict. Like, they know the truth, but there's something that's conflicting with this. It's causing deception in the mind. Like, part of them is looking back like, maybe I should have did this, or I should have said something, or I should have whatever. And there's a part of them that's conflicted, like, no, well, maybe not. Like, maybe I wasn't supposed to, or they're conflicted. And there's causing deception in the mind. They're not seeing things clearly, okay? This person wears a lot of hats. I don't know why I feel guided to say that. This person wears hats or something. The King of Wands is here too. The King of Wands, I feel like they know that they're not in the space to really move. I feel like they're over, their expectations of themselves is like imbalanced. It's false sense of perfectionism. Like this person is looking at themselves as this page and expecting themselves to be a king and like overnight. So there's a part of them that knows that they're not ready to move forward in some sense, but Spirit knows what they're doing. Just because we feel like we're not ready to say, do, and this may not have anything to do with you per se. This could be about childhood healing, addressing past issues, and they're telling themselves that I'm not ready to deal with that, or I don't have to deal with that right now. And Spirit is like, yes, you do. Just because you feel like you don't need to, or you may perceive that you're not capable enough for something, does not mean that you're not. Because we can see far better than you can up, you know, where we're at, wherever dimension or level we're at energetically, than your human perception. So this person is a little harsh on themselves, I feel. The 5, or you could be, if you're watching a masculine energy watching, but there's the 5 of Pentacles. Someone deals with rejection, and this is why the childhood energy is coming up. Because there's something with childhood where someone feels rejected, or they were rejected in some sense. They're used to not having or getting what they want, or so they perceive that every time I go after something or ask for something that I want, it gets denied or something bad happens. So if it was about taking action towards you or taking action towards things that they were wanting, that their heart really wanted, it's like a childlike energy that they needed to tap into. And that inner child was like wanting and desiring, but there was a part of that inner child that was rejecting itself and saying that I cannot have, or it's not going to work out, or I'm undeserving of that, or I'm going to be rejected. So this is something that needs to be dealt with and shifted immediately, okay? The Knight of Swords. This needs to be cut out. This energy that, like, all up in here, like, all this, like, in this motion right here, needs to be cut out. And this Knight of Swords is representing the ability and capability to cut it out. But you have to make it up in your mind, Divine Masculine, or they need to, if you're watching for Divine Masculine needs to make up in their mind what they want to do, because until then, they're not able to move forward freely and clearly. They may feel like they've walked away or they moved on past something mentally or emotionally or something from their past, just because it doesn't really bother them on the surface. Does not mean underneath the surface that it's still not bothering them. So if you look at the waters, it's calm, it's clear, you can see everything. But for some reason on this side of the boat, and I'm just now noticing this, on this side of the boat, this water is like really dark and not clear. You can't see. So they're only perceiving, they're looking at their future as clear, and they're seeing what they're like, where they're at right now is mentally crystal clear, but in their past there's still some energies that are not. They have not really cleared up something in their past, and they're trying to move ahead. And this is moving past that inner child. This has something to do with upbringing or something like that. It's a child and a mother in this card as well. This person has some sort of childhood issues that needs to be healed. King of Swords. So it's like, until you master these things within self, then will you step into your masculine energy. Because you got some of you guys could be dealing with a fire sign masculine, an air sign masculine. Could be Gemini, Aquarius, Libras, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, maybe even Taurus energies. But I see, until this is addressed, they're not able to level up. So they are correct when they say that they're not ready for you. It's not in the way that they think necessarily. Like, oh, I enjoy my singlehood, like being independent. It's not really, that's not really what it is. That's what they think on the surface. What it really is, why they're not truly ready, is because they have not healed these things. If they feel like they're just going to be rejected, lied to, whatever, they don't get what they want subconsciously, then it's going to repel them want that love. Gloomy thoughts, work and occupation. Yeah, so it's like you're both mirroring each other in a way that's not exactly the same, but you're mirroring each other in energy, as far as like focusing on self, because the feminine energy over here is tending to their garden. This is like the Nine of Pentacles energy. Focus on themselves, but at the same time feeling stuck and imprisoned and wanting to get out of this prison. And then you have masculine energy with work occupation, very focused on work, putting a lot of focus into material matters, and to where they're not seeing that their gloomy thoughts that they have is keeping them stuck. It's almost like it's pushing them to the edge, to where they have no choice, because he's about to jump off this cliff. Pray for your divine masculine, you guys, because I feel like some of the stuff that they deal with and stuff down is very heavy emotional energy, and it's enough for someone to just be like, fuck it, I don't even want to deal with this shit anymore. I'm not really getting suicidal, but if that's a thing, please like send love and healing energy to this person if that's something you feel, and God forbid that. I rebuke that energy. But what I'm seeing though is like someone that is on the verge of going deep in their emotions, and it's not easy. So just pray for them to like handle this energy whatever way that divine sees fit for them to go through this. And if you are a divine masculine, there's nothing wrong with going deep within. Like, you don't want to have to be forced by the universe, God, or the angels to deal with these things emotionally, because I feel like it is some deep stuff, but I feel like it's going to bring a peace of mind and clarity with everything. Okay, so let's see, what can you expect from this connection, Divine Masculine? Like, or just based off of where you are within the connection and within yourself at this time, what can you potentially expect? What can Divine Masculines expect? New home, new baby. Healing. A bundle of joy, children and family, a new home, house move, settling in and solidifying. So if you can heal this, it's like you can welcome in new energies, a family, a happy home, a new beginning. For some of you, it could be literally specifically buying a new home, or just solidifying a connection, or inviting a connection with someone that you can really truly settle down with, due to healing, growth, and lessons and release. So I do see some of you guys releasing some situations with childhood, family life, and things like that, and healing and growing from that situation. The only way that you're really going to grow and heal is when you learn the lessons, when you take the wisdom from those experiences and not hold so tightly onto it in a way that you allow it to dictate your life or paralyze you. Don't run from your shadows. As painful as it is to deal with them, it's just as rewarding to deal with them and heal them and learn from them and free yourself. Okay, so what does the Divine Feminine want to say to the Divine Masculine at this time? What is it that Divine Feminine wants to say to Divine Masculine? Ooh. You are not seeing me clearly. I respect your hustle, ambition, and independence. It makes me want to take care of you. You're like a mirror for me, and that shit scares me. You guys mirror each other, but like in different ways in some sense. And it's scary. Like it's something that freaks the feminine energy out a little bit. They feel like you're not seeing them clearly. It's like a misunderstanding, or you're misinterpreting them in some sense. They feel this person like watches you work, or they admire your hard work. They admire just admire you as a person. And I feel like this is on I pulled this card in my when I was sharing this deck. I heard Destiny's Child cater to you, and that could be literal, because that's, you know, feminine energy taking care of divine masculine energy. So I feel like that's what that is. So this is wanting to show you how much they appreciate you, how much they admire you by, you know, doing things for you. Because it's like, I feel like real women, like this is when you really appreciate your man or whatever, your mate. I can't speak for everyone. So some of you guys, if it's the same sex, just take what applies. But like, you cater to your mate, like you want them to relax and want them to know that they're loved and appreciated. Because a lot of times, like in this, like men are trained and programmed to be overworked and do everything and not sit and reflect and meditate and feel anything, and not even be spoiled sometimes. Like women is like, it's this thing that we feel like we always gotta be like, we're the only ones that need to be showed appreciation, flowers and gifts and all this stuff. And I love using cute texts. Like, you know, men enjoy that too, or whatever. The opposite person that you're dealing with would just as much equally as much what the hell, they would appreciate, you guys know what I'm trying to say, would just appreciate it just as much as you, to know that they're appreciated and have things, you know, being taken care of, whether it's giving them a massage or cooking for them because you actually want to, not because you feel obligated, or, you know, giving them something sexually because you actually want to please them and you want to do it and you want to see them happy, or buying them something or writing them a poem or whatever it is. Like, I feel that's what this energy is. So I'm going to clarify though, what is it that they're not, what they feel like, what the feminine energy feels like the masculine is not seeing clearly. Actually clarify all the cards. I feel like I already went into that. But let's see. The Nine of Cups. Yeah, it's like you guys might be perceiving, okay, this is what the feminine energy is saying, like that you might be seeing them unclear. Like you might be seeing them as happy with somebody else or something, or assuming that they're happy with someone else or happy without you or something like that. And not to say that they're pitiful and they're just like sad. And for some of you maybe, but it's like you're looking at me like I don't give a fuck about you, and that's not true. Like I do care about you, and the cards say that. Like, they want to, like, take care of you. They want to give to you. They want to nurture you and love you and show you that. And I feel the Queen of Cups is a very nurturing energy, very loving, very patient, very calm, mothering almost to an extent. This is the woman that kisses your forehead or gives you a massage or cooks for you or tells you she loves you and looks up at you and gazes in your eyes. Like, this is that sweet, romantic, loving woman energy. So you might be perceiving like she's somewhere else. Like, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm good. I'm happy. And for some of you, you might be like, oh, she just stuck on me. She's crying and blah, blah, blah. She can't get over. Like, no. So for some, that's not the case. Some of them are like, I'm happy within myself and I'm focusing on my own cup right now, which is moi. So for some of you, take what resonates. But there's still love here. The Queen of Swords is like, I made myself clear. Like, this is a real, like, this is what I call, quote unquote, a real bad bitch. Not a bad bitch that's just like all about her looks and get money and like, that's not what I mean. This is like a woman that owns her femininity and has no problem with also letting her man be the man. She's real straight up. She's real honest. She's a boss. She's clear cut, straightforward, honest with her mate. And also at the same time, though, does not fear sharing herself with him and being, or her, whatever your masculine is, and being honest and blunt and truthful, because out of love, she's made herself clear with this. Like, I already said what I needed to say about that. So I feel like that's real straightforward and real clear, that there's something that feminine energy wants to give and share. They're very vocal about what they want. There's no mistake with this. Four of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is a subconscious energy, like something subconscious that they know that you guys are mirroring each other in some sense, but it's like not fully clear because this card is in reverse. Let's see, hold on. The Strength card. I feel like they're trying to keep it all together. They're trying to keep their thoughts and their emotions together. They don't want to overburden you with them. They could even be overthinking just a little bit, like, I don't want this person to think that I'm doing too much, or scare this person away because of this or because of that. And some of this is like wanting to shy away from the connection to some degree. When they start to see you guys mirroring each other, it could be a little bit overwhelming, a little bit scary. And they know that it's nothing negative, because this yellow energy to me is like positivity, light, vibrational energy. But for some reason, like, they're trying to temper their passions. It could be overwhelming, like, you know. What's your advice, Divine Masculines watching? Spirit has a lot to say to you guys, like, or there's something that's just heavy on your freaking mind. Like, there's so much energy. Wedding, letting go of control issues. I feel like you guys feel kind of muscled by a feminine energy to do something that you're not ready for, whether this is involved marriage or a commitment. Some of you guys also feel like someone is being controlled by another masculine energy, or like, or you could feel like Spirit is saying, if you're the one that's being controlling the situation, to just let that control go, because both of you guys are trying to control the connection in your own way. I see that. For some of you, it's the first thing that I picked up. You feel like this feminine energy is kind of being controlled by some very bossy, authoritative, narcissistic, masculine energy, whether the feminine is married to someone else or in a relationship with someone else. It could be the father of their child or whatever, or they are father to someone and they feel, or you feel like the other person is like strangling them. Some of you guys could be in a situation where there's a child involved and you feel manipulated by this person. You don't trust this person. So Spirit is telling you, like, just sit back and allow shit to just flow. Like, you don't have to do anything. Spirit's got your back with this. And if you feel like your feminine energy is in a situation that's not good for them, allow this to unfold. Don't try to step in or force or control anything. This could be a karmic situation. So karmic connections are lessons that need to be learned and experienced. They're saying that, yes, this person is your soulmate or the one, whatever. I see this as the ultimate. the calling in your soulmate. Yes, this person is it. And they're telling you to continue to pray on this situation, or focus on what you want, affirm what you want, pray on what you want, and visualize what you want to attract. If you don't have anyone specific in mind, then this is just opening yourself up to the essence of your true counterpart. New love. So this represents, for some of you, a new person coming in, or this could be a renewal in your love situation, your current situation. This is someone that wants to show their appreciation and admiration for their feminine energy. And I feel like Spirit is saying that, you know, this is a new love that has stirred for you. Like, this has stirred something up that you've never felt. And I feel like it kind of puts you on your knees and makes you weak. And of course, it's not always easy to like operate off of this energy, to be vulnerable. And I feel like for some of you, you want to shy away from that, but Spirit's telling you that this is all divinely led. It's saying it's time for you to disconnect from the world, to retreat. So Spirit's saying to meditate, especially when it comes to love and commitment and marriage. Like, take some time out. Some of you guys will be going on a retreat or vacation or honeymoon with someone. Some of you guys could be getting married soon. Some of you guys may be fantasizing and daydreaming about a marriage and what your honeymoon would be like. But Spirit is saying, like, to disconnect from the world, meaning take some time out to meditate and unplug and reflect, so that you can get clarity about what it is moving forward. Because Spirit wants to see you happy and in a blissful connection. And it's very possible that for some of you guys could come together with someone via, it could be travel, or traveling together, or traveling towards one another, or someone coming into your life, period. But that's what I'm getting. That was the reading. If you guys would like to book me for a personal reading, you guys can check out my website. All my information will be in the description. And any of my decks, my fortune deck and my love messages deck will be out soon. The big ass oracle deck, the relationship oracle deck, is available on my website in case you guys are interested. And until the next reading, take care. Much love to you guys. Peace.